morning, everybody. Sorry I have been so absent lately. What I want to talk about this morning came from a really awesome session, and it just kind of reminded me of my journey. So, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how things don't have to always look the way you think that they should. So, I'm going to explain this a little bit. Um, when I first got married, I would get really, really overwhelmed every 2 months or so, to the point that I would have a complete and utter breakdown because I felt like I couldn't maintain my household. Like I was a bad housekeeper, all those things. And what came up for me was a really wonderful YouTuber who had a whole bunch of videos that were all about how to clean your house. And through watching her videos, I recognized that the way that I cleaned house growing up is not the only way to clean house. Did not ever in a million years occur to me that you can do something different than what you think it should look like. So this has come up for me in various areas throughout my life, but especially so when I started looking at tools and things to use to help me go through life, right? So as you know, personal development has been a big thing for me for many, many years. And I would try out all these tools. And as you know, my story is I tried out all these tools and they didn't work for me to the degree or the level that I wanted them to. So I decided I was the problem, that I was the one that, you know, I'm overwhelmed because I just can't handle it. I am in burnout mode constantly because and this negative self-talk just continued and continued. So I want to talk about these tools and the ways that they can be used in a different manner than what you think they should. So the first one I tried was meditating. And at that point in time, I had a very big struggle with sitting still and being, in that silence space. So over time, I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people do meditation differently. So just to give you this example, meditation does not have to look like sitting like this on the floor, cross-legged, and in that silence space. There are shower meditations where you stand in the water and you let the water wash all your worries away, and you just take that moment to just be. There are meditations of movement. So if you think of things like Tai Chi and, any of these other things where, it's a meditative movement. What it is it's creating that space for yourself internally that gives you that moment to really reconnect with your authentic self and just be present. Really, that is the core function of meditation, in my opinion at least, is that you become present and you start to recognize the things that are around you. So there's an anxiety tip that works in this area. You search for things that are within your senses. So I think it's 5 items that you can see, 4 that you can hear, 3 that you touch, so on, so on. And this is just a really, really good way to recenter yourself in your surroundings and to be in that moment. Meditation can look like just deep and reflective breathing. So as you can see, this goes into all different areas. One that I addressed this morning with someone was journaling. Journaling does not have to look like writing out what you did in a day and complete sentences and so on and so on. It can be scatter plots, which is something that I used to do kind of to brainstorm things. So you start with your main topic in the center, and then you have these bubbles that go around it that are just the thoughts, the things that come up. So it can be one word, it can be a phrase, it can be so journaling can look very different depending on who's doing it. As you know, I have my victory journal. This is a dedicated, I am looking for something specific. I am looking for the things that I have done throughout my day that I can give myself credit for, that I have actually completed. Um, I also have that practice where I look for mini miracles, and I include that in my journal. So, how can you look at these tools differently and start to see a way that you can do something that doesn't look the same way that you would historically think that it should look like? So I love this. This is something that I've applied in various areas throughout my life, be it cleaning my house, be it tools, um, even my own expectations of things like the word fun. If you remember, or if I've talked about, I historically have thought that I just am not a person that enjoys having fun. Fun is not a word that describes Fallon. And working with a coach, I discovered that my definition of fun was the problem. Um, my definition looked like those, the people that really enjoy being competitive and playing and doing those types of things. And that just never really resonated with me ever. So my version of fun is helping people. It is playing music. It is dressing up and doing something that is fun for me. So my fun doesn't look like extroverted fun, most often at least. It's usually something that connects with me and I really enjoy on my own, in my own way. So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you again later.